And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Dyson Sphere, working towards, building some of these advanced things. Yeah, some of these advanced things. So, I was looking at photons because of solar sails. I want to start mass producing these, I think, because the Dyson Sphere components use said solar sails. So if we can start mass producing these, we can actually start making a Dyson Sphere somewhere. Because we've got those three components. We've got processors done. We've got processors right here, ready to rock and roll. And then now we need the solar sails and the frame material. So we're already on our way for the frame material. We've got the titanium alloy being made. Solar sails, we actually have all of the components for this except for these. And these should be relatively straightforward. So I think I am actually mining that material somewhere, which is where? There, right there. Optical grading crystal. Remote demand. Yes. We are mining that someplace. I have no idea where we're mining that from, but it's from someplace. So we need circuits, which I have redirected this circuit area. Instead of just having these there, I've also pushing them in to here, as you can see, and then the supply for the processors is coming then out of that same storage. So it's basically is acting like a storage, which is fine. I don't mind. All right. So what pray tell do we need these? This is made in a assembler. Okay, that's good to know. We actually, how do we have, okay, I was like, why do we have, but that was the wrong thing. All right, so this optical grading crystal and assembler in 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds. So yeah, we're going to be able to make a lot of these. Like a lot of these. And how many of these every 4 seconds? So one every 3 seconds, one every 4 seconds. So it's it's technically like a 3 to 4 basically, or 4 to 5 somewhere in there, but I mean a 1 to 1 is close enough. All right, so this, let's get you a little close. Well, yeah. Leave a little bit of space. Get you here. And then we want more. So first is the optical grading crystal. Okay, next is the thingy. Now the problem with this is we have 3 connections. So we're going to have to be very, very wise on how we do this. So if we have one of these like this, and the other one like this, when we flip this around, it's not going to work. So what we're going to have to do is have a different setup for this one down here. Okay, so this one down here will be middle and then side like that. So they're going to be two separate ones, but it'll be good. All right, so the output for these, we're going to want output this way, output this way. Now, what is the crown? It's just 1 and 1, right? Yeah, 1 and 1. So we should be able to put quite a few of these in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. That's 20 of those babies. Let's see. Once they get all filled up and happy, what we can do is... Yeah, that's 1 every 3 seconds. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I discovered I added a few extra lines onto here, you know, a few extra assemblers, but our when these are all running full blast, the iron basically disappears right around here. So none of these actually run. So I don't know what to do about that just yet. And I forgot, oh Lord, I forgot to put the output thingy on here. That would have saved me quite a bit of a headache. I'm going to leave a little extra space on here for some more, because I don't know how many more we're going to need. But the next step after this is the solar sail, which is going to use... where is it? Way over here? I bet you it is. It's way over here. This stuff right here. Oops. So we're gonna want... Well, is there enough like space? We have some space here, but I want to leave this big gap right here for extra ones of these. So I think we're just gonna go up and build them up in here. So yeah, all of these can come out and up. Like so. So yeah, that is a different grid up there. We want to be wary of that. So this is an assembler, I'm guessing. Yep. This is going to be solar sails. And well, 2 every 4. That actually will build pretty fast. It's crazy how many blue how many blue belt we go through nowadays. Okay, let's not forget the output this time. Actually, that does not need to be a blue. Green is fine. And I think I'm going to do this and that. Production. And then that. Okay. Then the output. Can't forget that again. Because we want one there and one there. Snuggle that in. That leaves us plenty of space to bring in our graphene. So let's get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One every 4 seconds. One every 3 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Now we need to figure out how to get all of those nanotubes over here. Oh man. This is going to be... or all the graphene, I should say. Let me grab some of these. I should really just automate the blue belt, shouldn't I? That would have been a wise thing to do. So there's an issue now with the throughput here. We are maxed on deuterium, which makes me want to make one of these. Although there is a craft in here somewhere. That's hydrogen. Okay, I know that's hydrogen. I know there's an advanced craft in here somewhere. It's not the crystal. That uses hydrogen straight up. I know there was one in here that used that. I can't remember. Strange Matter uses it. Yeah, Strange Matter uses it. I forget which Strange Matter. Graviton lens, maybe? Yeah, that's what that... Okay. So, that uses deuterium in pretty good amounts. What I could do is I could just, you know, I have deuterium being pushed into this thing. Let's max that out. Why not? And then we're going to want some more of this goody stuff. Out and about. Something like that. All right. Now the grand trek all the way down here. So what I want to do is I'm not gonna have these connected because I don't like running lines that are already connected. We could just go over the top of all of those, but I don't like doing that. So we're just gonna go right over. I'm gonna go up another one. And then in. All right, that looks pretty good. And away we go. Now, I doubt we have enough production capacity here to keep all of these running. So let me queue up some more chemical plants, because you know we're gonna need more of those. All right, are we getting all the way to the end here? I think we are. All right, solar sails are a go. Let's get these into a storage of some kind. All right. Good times. All right, so they're finally drained out. Getting a decent amount of solar sails. And we're going to need... Wow, yeah, we're going to need quite a lot of production of the graphene. Let's go check on this. Yeah, not even close to fast enough, I don't think. Graphene consumption is going up. I mean, amazingly, 480 production. How is it possible that we are making that stuff fast enough? That's amazing. Okay, let's look at what it's going to take for deuterium fuel rods. We're going to need deuterium, we're going to need alloy, and we're going to need the thingy-McDougals. If possible, I would like a local demand of titanium alloy, because I think we have everything else here. Deuterium, we have the magnet duties. Yeah, we have everything else here. So let's do titanium alloy. Local demand. Put in the ships. Wherever those disappear to, there they are. And let's queue up 10 more of those. And go on over here. Way over here, I think. And push some of these in here. Okay, let's first 10. All right. And minimum load of drones, so about like 80, 90%. 90% is good. This whole system kicks on again. All right, let's go over here. No, a little further. Minimum load of drones, 90%. Where's all my ships? Oh, wow, they went over the poles. Nice. we're bringing in some titanium. Now, need to look at, I need to use some of that deuterium, like badly. I need to get some of that stuff consumed. We are, you know, sending it into that system, but like into here, we're not really drawing it anywhere, and this is going to fill up, and you know, bad things happen after that. So deuterium fuel rods, deuterium, these guys. So what we can do is I'm going to clear a little spot there. We're going to drop in a nice one of these. Something like that. And how many of these do we want? 10, one every 6 seconds. One every 3. So I'm going to do... Let's do like 4 of these. Yeah. One deuterium fuel rods. So, because deuterium is 10, that'll be the inside track there. So that means this here will be the deuterium. Like so. Then the next thing is going to be the titanium alloy. And then the next thing is going to be the electromagnetic Duvallakis. Like so. And then we're going to want you, and you. And then these are going to come back. Well, do we want... Yeah, that's fine. There we go. All right, lots of deuterium fuel rods. Let's toss those in a storage crate. Of course, we don't have any power over here. All right, so what that's going to do for us is allow us to then ship these things all over the place. And power, you know, planets that are touch and go as far as power goes. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some more of these. How are we doing on the nano things here? Yeah, we're still producing more than we are consuming. So these will eventually fill up, which will cut down on our deuterium by quite a bit. I could demand, okay, I could demand some of these. Maybe. Well, we'll have to see. Because if this drops down to nothing, then we can bring in some from outside and keep that full. Because I'm assuming hydrogen, this is going to fill up. And we could easily add more fractionators That would actually be fairly simple. I would just route this line. I would route it around, have another loop coming around, and then that loop would then feed right back into the system. And then the second output would come in and go right into there. So, you know, it's possible. Definitely possible. But I wouldn't want to do that until that belt is completely full. Because the faster you push things through here, the faster it goes. So, and right now we are limited on how much graphene that we are using. Because we are not making enough at the moment. What are some other crafts that we could do with that? I think... No, none there. Crystal. Crystal would use it. As well as a lot of hydrogen. So, hydrogen, huh? I mean, yeah, this is going to be difficult. Because, you know, we could go to the planet that has a bunch of oil, ship the oil places, but then we're going to have a whole bunch of refined oil and stuff that we don't, you know, even if we crack it down, what do we use with all the energetic graphite that we are going to get? So it's just kind of like we need to keep our production balanced to consume all of the little bits and bobs that we have. You know, energetic graphite, we can, I mean, we have a little bit of coal on this planet, and that's where our energetic graphite, if we follow this line all the way down here, boink, there's the energetic. This is like the only coal on the whole planet. Look at coal, 811, 972. Look at that, there it is. So this is it for coal. So yeah, we could add some more. We could use that energetic graphite. Once that is gone, we could stop producing it and only use the output from like fractionators or X-ray cracking, I should say. Could do that, but you know, this system is not consuming very many. I'm not sure how feasible that would be. So yeah, suggestions, comments. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If there are things that I can plan for. Yeah, unlocks mass energy storage, photons. How do we get photons? Photons turn into antimatter and hydrogen. So there's even more hydrogen that we don't have to deal with. There's a processor and a particle container that makes whatever that is. Annihilation constraint sphere. Nice. Look at that, 37.5 gigajoules. Beautiful. I want 1,000 of these. That's nice. And the artificial star, I'm assuming, is crazy amounts of power that use the antimatter fuel rods as power. That's just my hunch. And then finally, the universe matrix is all of the matrices plus an antimatter. And then mission complete is just a stupid research. You don't actually have to build the Dyson Sphere in the game. That's kind of funny. Look at that cost, though. We're going to, of course, promises the planet has the atmosphere, or this technology is useless. So planet has to have an atmosphere in order to utilize this. So photons can be inverted into antimatter and hydrogen supermagnetic field. Particle collider. Okay. So I don't know how we're going to get photons unless we need that graviton lens. So I'm assuming we're going to need more graviton lenses, like a lot more. And that's going to require the strange matter, which requires more deuterium. Great. And the particle containers that we're actually crafting somewhere. There they are. So we have those particle containers. And how many? 1 every 6 seconds. No, that's strange matter. 2 every 8 seconds for particle containers. We're doing 1 every 4 seconds. Okay. So, for every particle container, crafter, we can do 1 strange matter crafter. Plus a whole lot of deuterium. Yeah, a whole lot of deuterium. So I'm gonna assume we're gonna need a lot more deuterium on here. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more deuterium. So this will empty out pretty fast. As far as the other things go, deuterium, particle, and iron. Iron we're gonna have to get somewhere else. I'm tapped out. There's an iron vein up here, way up here. I think we're going to have that mined and then smelted somewhere up here, and that iron line can come down and supply a little bit of extra crafting down here. Oh, yeah, that's going to be brutal. That amount of deuterium. Probably going to want another one of these. And then we're going to want deuterium, remote demand. That will ensure that when this drops, meaning this is empty, that we'll start to import it from outside. Because I'm pretty sure my main base, I've got deuterium in storage. Or in the logistics system. So I'm pretty sure I've got that covered. So yeah, strange matter is kind of where we need to be going next, which is going to require some iron. So I'll set up the iron. I mean, you've seen me set up the smelting systems in quite a few different instances before, so I'm pretty sure you don't need to watch every single time I do that. We're going to need a lot of foundation, though. So yeah, I want to get at least somewhere close. So yeah, pretty much straight down from here. And if I just kind of zigzag. Oh, these are way off. Yeah, you can see the... Man, it must have been a nightmare setting up this grid system. Alright. That's the generalness of what I'm going for here. Gives me a line of reference. Yeah, we can do a whole lot of crafting on this planet, which is nice. We want to keep away from this titanium because we're probably going to use that for something. So this is probably right in here the first real opportunity I have for smelting setup. pretty sure that's enough space. So if we go really try to split the difference here. All right, now you this side, you this side, you there, you there. 2, 3, 4. All right, so that is going to do it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Yep, I didn't set the recipe. All right, well, I'll finish this up. So that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.